Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. Chapter 7 of Acts is about Stephen, one of the first deacons in the early church. He had run afoul of a group called the Synagogue of the Freedmen. They could not out-debate him about Jesus, and so they decided that they would find those who would bring false accusations against Stephen. He's brought before the council, and at the end of chapter 6, they make this claim that they had heard him say that Jesus of Nazareth will destroy this place, talking about the temple, and change the customs which Moses delivered to us. Got people pretty freaked out. The beginning of chapter 7 is the high priest asking Stephen to explain himself, and he proceeds to give this beautiful sermon that really encapsulates a lot of the history of Israel, but ultimately its theme is that Israel has always rebelled against God. Temple or not, they have always rebelled against God. He had given them the land, starting with Abraham. He had protected them from the famine by sending them to Egypt. After 400 years, he had delivered them out of Egypt through the agency of Moses. And even as he worked great miracles in the wilderness, they rebelled. And they asked Aaron to make them a golden calf that they could worship. Ultimately, Joshua led them into the promised land, and they began to take possession of that land. And after quite a number of years, Solomon finally built the temple in Jerusalem. Of course, that was 2 temples ago as far as Stephen is concerned. But he makes the point that God doesn't live in houses made by men. I'm reminded of what Paul will talk about in Acts chapter 17. And looking back at what Jesus said in John chapter 4, that it's not about a place, but that God is spirit and we worship Him in spirit and in truth. And the Jewish people and Jewish leaders weren't getting this. They were into rote religion. Stephen looks up and he sees Jesus standing at the right hand of the Father. And some say that this is him standing to applaud Stephen, who will shortly be killed and made a martyr for the church and for Jesus Christ. There's also some thought that him standing was him judging what was going on around Stephen at that time. As Stephen is dying, a young man stands off to the side who would take the church to amazing lengths in the years to come, a man named Saul. God bless you as you go.